Yes. So today's topic is Irresistible Man. And why do I want to talk about this? I've been talking about the Irresistible Man for years, and some of you listeners have been on my podcasts and my face-to-face meetings when we talk about these things. I find it very important because by acquiring these qualities into your day-to-day life, you become automatically like a magnet who is attracting the right women, the women from your frequency. And we always attract people and consequences in our lives according to our frequency. So by raising your frequency, by learning new things, by getting better at what you do, becoming a master, you also lifting the frequency of the people you meet. All of a sudden, you start to attract more successful people, maybe more spiritual people, and people who really value themselves as you do. That's why I think self-development is the key element in our day-to-day life. Another thing why self-development is so important, even if, for example, you are in a relationship and you're not looking for someone new. You see, if we want to continue our relationship and keep a happy relationship throughout our life, we need to grow all the time. We cannot just lay back and watch Netflix all day long and hoping that our partner will love us for that. Instead, we need to encourage ourselves to work on our physical, emotional, and mental bodies. And we also want to invite our partner to grow with us. This way, if we both continue to grow, the magic happens when we see each other every time as a new person, a new human being. Through growth, we're changing. There is a constant change in our biology, in our anatomy, in our emotional state, and our ideas and our dreams. And this way, we stay fresh to our partner as well. It's key element for a happy relationship is constant growth. Constant growth will keep you fresh in your relationship, and it will keep the relationship fresh as well. I just finished today a workshop for couples. We have this whole day-long workshop with lots of practices. We're teaching massage and rituals. And there were couples who've been together for more than 25 years. And still, I see the spark in their eyes. They're really fresh in their relationship. They want to learn new things. When they come to retreats and workshops like this, it shows that they still want to learn. And they want to learn together, which is the best way to grow and the best way to keep your relationship fresh. I'm telling you that. But coming back to our main focus today, which is an irresistible man, and how do we see and how to recognize an irresistible man? By working on your skills, working on your qualities, and staying fresh and always new, you also can develop the skills that will make you attractive to women and also attractive to your own partner, which is the key. She will never get bored by staying with you. And another thing that is very important is you don't have to worry that she will leave you with someone else. If you work on yourself and if you work on the qualities that make you an irresistible partner, irresistible man, there will be no reason for her to leave you. And that gives you confidence, and that gives you relaxation. You don't have to be stressful and, holding on to her to stay together, to stay in this happy relationship. Instead, you can focus on something else, like making plans together, working on your own hobbies, and let her do her own things, not being too much in obsession with you in this relationship. So let's get to the point. The first and the foremost important quality in the for an irresistible man is confidence. Confidence in everything that you do, because the confidence, people will notice it in you. They will recognize if you're confident when you do things or you say out things or when you talk to someone. Confidence is the key attraction for women. That's how they choose their partners also. Imagine if you're not confident, if you're shaky and you're hoping that she will like you, and you're really kind of unconfident and not sure of whether you're doing the right thing, this works as a turnoff for women. They will all of a sudden feel the responsibility to keep you, let's say, keep the conversation or keep you in shape, or so you won't fall apart. And this is stressful for them, and they trying to get out. On subconscious level, they want to get out of this situation. So this is a very big turnoff for women. Another thing that is very important, the second point, is your ability to make decisions. If you always let the woman decide and let the woman choose, you lose your masculinity. Because as soon as women have to take responsibility to make decisions, they automatically fall into the masculinity. They go into their masculinity and they lose their femininity. The masculinity works, it's a role for leadership. The masculine power is a leading power. This is the drive that moves forward. The feminine power is following and what is the good word for that? It's losing the control and giving trust and trusting the man who is taking the lead. The women would love to follow you if you're able to make decisions and take the lead. This way, they can be more in their feminine, right? I take these points from countless discussions with women. I've been asking women to give me directions. What are the key elements for them, how they choose their partners, how do they see the value in men? That's why I want you to know these things. This is not something I came up with, that I found out for myself. I've been asking women about these qualities. Now I'm sharing them with you. The third, very important element that women always pay attention to is how much do you pay attention to them or to circumstances in general? How much can you be present? What is your capacity to stay in this moment, to see what is happening in this particular moment and be there for her and be there for yourself as well? Not get lost in the traffic or your phone or anywhere else, but stay focused. Focus is a very powerful tool. So I want you to train that, to wake up in each moment, look around yourself and feel the presence. Be present. That helps you also to be more connected to women when, for example, talking to women, to understand what are they interested in, what do they want to talk about. By staying present, you're not only following your own ideas, you kind of tune into her interest and follow that. And you can pay attention to little details. Let's say there is a little mood change. She changed the mood very subtly. And right there, you notice it and you pay attention to it and you ask, did I say something wrong? What was triggering you? What happened? She will feel that you're actually listening not only to this conversation, but you're also listening to her. And that's a very good point for you. A man should have a purpose. Women like to follow men who have purpose. And I've been talking about this for many times, and I still repeat myself. If you have a purpose, the woman will be more interested in spending time with you. If you don't have a purpose, you lose again your masculinity, you lose your focus, and you kind of lose see. And it's hard to keep up with you if you don't know where you're going to. Let's say you are in a forest and it's getting dark with a woman, and she asks you, "Do you know where we should go?" You say, "No, I'm lost. I don't know." How much would she feel confident with you, being with you in that forest? All of a sudden, she will start to come up with her own ideas. Where should we go? Or so she will take over again the lead. And that's what happens also in real life. Women just will start to make decisions on their own and looking for the things that are right for them. If you don't have a purpose, women would rather stay by themselves or find someone else who has it. If you have any questions on that, please write in the comments below. So, one very important key aspect in purpose is there is a danger. For example, if your purpose is that woman, if your woman or someone you're dating with becomes your purpose, that's a big issue. This is the problem that will not help you in this relationship. Because if your purpose becomes your partner, she will feel that tension on her. And again, for her, it means you don't have purpose at all. If she's your purpose, that means she cannot follow you. Again, she has to take a lead. You see, there is an issue right there. So she would rather follow you and feel the femininity in her and relax into this and allow it to happen than be the leader, be the purpose of your life, be the on the pedestal standing at the top. This is not helping you in your relationship. Keep that in mind. So being a confident man, having a purpose, making decisions might make you quite rigid. You become very strict. You have your rules, you have your ideas, and you follow them. So it makes you rigid. That's why the next point I would like to point out should be flexibility. You should also be flexible in your ideas and your decisions. In that sense that at least you should listen to your partner, listen to your girlfriend. When you make any decisions, count also on her ideas. And don't be too rigid when living life with someone. Like, no, the toothpaste has to always be in that jar. Why the toothpaste is not in that jar? So if you become too much focused on your ideas, on your purpose, it's hard to be around you. So chill out. You can still be flexible and you can be playful and joyful, right? Not only being very strict, because the problem with this, it's like guys from military. They're very confident. They have their target. They they have they know how to make decisions, but it might be hard to stay around them because they're too rigid. They're too much in their system, too much in their little cubicle. So I also encourage you to have a flow in it, because flow is the feminine energy. Women like to flow. And if you can be also flexible when they're flowing, it allows you to speak more freely with them and it opens you up for them as well. All right, the next point, which is really important, and I usually recommend it to every man. If you don't have enough skills to talk to women or communicate, or you have maybe some complexes, or you have fears, there's one thing that is always helpful when it comes to dating or talking to women, or even living with someone, is your sense of humor. And this is something that you can learn. The good news is you can always learn some good jokes and be funny. So I encourage you to be funny. By being funny, you are fun to be with. And I mean, life is too serious anyway. So the more you can find the funny things and make inside jokes with your partner, or having jokes on her, on yourself, the more it's fun to be around you. That's obvious. And women love to laugh. They love men who are making them laugh. So be that guy who is funny enough to be around with. Then the next point that I want to point out is the mystery. So why mystery? The problem with men, with us, usually is if we fall in love to someone, if we fall in love in someone, we tend to open ourselves up completely. So we tell her everything that we think, that we feel. We want her to know everything about us, which makes us a little bit boring. We become boring to our partner if we are just open books. Instead, keep some things to yourself. Leave some mystery. Play with your words, and don't always tell the whole truth about you, about circumstances, about your relatives or your exes. Play that game that you leave something always unsaid. This way, you will not become this open book for her that she will get bored from. So keep it a little bit mystical. I give you an example. If a woman walks in, if your woman walks in from the bathroom and she's totally naked, you look at her once, then you see her naked body, and you turn back to your things. Maybe you're eating or sitting behind a computer, you lose interest. Now, if she's wearing something that is transparent, that you can see her body, but then again, there is some kind of coat on her that hides parts of the body, you become more curious, isn't it? So you look at her, you want to see more. There is a little bit of a mystery in it. And it attracts also your attention more. So it works both ways. The more there is mystery, the more fun it is to be around you. And that's how you become irresistible to a woman. The next thing I want to talk about is empathy. If you have enough empathy for the woman you talk to, she can open up more. If you can listen not only to her words, but you can listen to her feelings, what are behind those words, and you can feel these feelings, or at least imagine how does it feel for her, and open that and talk about this, you become such a partner that she would love to talk to. She likes to share these um, things with you if you can have empathy towards her or towards others, if you are connected to your own feelings. This is a big, big aha for me, was for me also, because I was back there in the military and I wasn't connected to my feelings. I was like this guy, the military guy I was just talking about. So it took me years to open my feelings and to become empathic to others and express my feelings and also feel her feelings. So this is something that we definitely need to work on and learn, and especially learn from women because they're really good at it, to have an empathy. Another very big issue, very big topic, and I'm actually writing an article about it, is um, for men to be trustworthy. And I've talked to many women, and what I've noticed is they very often say that, hey, I like this guy, we have so much fun, I like to be around him, but it's so annoying. He's never on time, he's losing his things, he's giving promises that he cannot complete. And these little things are actually destroying your chances with her. So think about it. If you go on a date, make sure you are on time. If you promise something to a woman, make sure you fulfill that promise. Don't shoot out empty words. Don't give promises that you cannot keep. And try to be polite. Like, don't be late on a date. Learn how to make plans. If you do plan, for example, I had this big issue when I was younger. I used to date women and telling them, "Okay, would you like to come out with me tonight?" And I would tell her that like two hours in advance. Of course, most of the women would not agree with that because I didn't know back then, but they didn't have enough time to prepare. So instead of going out tonight and coming up with these ideas, you should give at least 1 or 2 days notice and make plans. Women need time to make those plans. Sometimes they need weeks ahead to work on this and to be ready to meet you and or go out somewhere. So keep that in mind. I know in Sweden, for example, if you want to meet someone, you have to give like 2 months notice up front before going on a date, which is absurd from my perspective. But that's the way it is. So there are key elements to be trustworthy. Don't be late, keep your promises, make plans, and what else? Be on time. Okay? Next topic is an irresistible man should be honored. If you honor yourself, if you honor your time, your being, your attention, and if people can honor you, then she will also honor you. You see, there is this balance in this dance of dating. When we are equal, with the woman we meet. It's good if you are a little bit higher in hierarchy than her. If she looks up at you, that's the best way for the relationship to thrive. If she looks down on you, if you go under her, you become this shy guy or inconfident, and she takes the position above you, she loses interest in you. This is a no-go. So make sure don't fall for that. Let's see, what else do we have here? And then there's these things like which are obvious but not for all, like to be clean. If you want to date a woman, if you want to ask her to come to your place, make sure you can keep your place clean. Make sure you keep yourself clean, your body clean. Because by keeping yourself clean, it's you're honoring someone else's attention. If, for example, you want to exchange massage, you have to be clean. You have to take care of your hygiene if you want to be touched by someone else. That should be very clear, right? And also your apartment, your place. Keep it clean so that people feel confident staying with you. Another thing that is related with empathy and trustworthy is emotional safety. How can you be emotionally safe to be with? Which means that she can express her emotions without you getting triggered. And if you get triggered, how do you handle this? Again, this is a very big topic. And this is one of the key things that I teach men in self-development, is how to control your emotions, how to be aware of your emotions, and how to handle these situations. For example, if you get triggered on something, if she says something that triggers you, instead of starting accusing her, you can express how does it feel. Okay, you said something that is hurting me. I feel pain, or I feel rage inside of me. I feel that I would like to throw things or break something. Then you breathe and you look inside of yourself and see where this feeling is coming from, and you take over control over this feeling. And that's emotional intelligence, which teaches also your partner how to handle those kind of emotions. And when you become master in this, she will love you for that, and she will feel safe being around you. She can sometimes get overwhelmed with her emotions, and she knows that you always have her back. You can always protect her. You can stay by her side, and she will be safe. So emotional safety is one of the key elements for an irresistible man. Of course, a good relationship should have good sex. And when you know how to give pleasure to your woman, this is becoming addictive for her, because most of the men don't know how to give the right pleasure. They don't know the secrets of orgasms, for example, that I teach on my courses, Super Lover and Pure Pleasure Mastery. On these courses, I give men the tools how to satisfy women and how to prolong your love life for hours. And this becomes addictive. Women will become addicted to you if you know those secrets and you have those skills. That's why I encourage you to learn more about love life. This is not something natural that you know just just you're born with it. No, these are the things you should learn, you should be aware of, and should keep in mind when it comes to love making. So good sex will keep your wife happy. It will keep your relationship fresh, and there's a saying: "Happy wife, happy life." So it will touch upon all the things in your day-to-day life. And one more thing that I want to mention is for you to be natural. You see, if you go on these pickup courses or learn from dating coaches, there is a risk that you will become someone else. You're trying to play out someone which you're not. And even if you succeed in that, once you go into a relationship with the woman you met, sooner or later, you will have to become more of you, and you will have to stop playing these games. I encourage you to be natural from the very beginning, so you won't be trapped in this ideal self that you've created for someone, and then you're losing it and you're threatening your relationship. Instead, find the cool you, find those qualities in you that are attractive, and work on those qualities and be natural. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to play someone famous or someone who you are not. The more natural you can be, the more fun it is to be with you. It's yeah, if your partner is conscious enough, she will appreciate your honesty. So you're not playing fake happiness or fake coolness in you. Instead, you're more natural, you're real, and you're cool to be with. So that's my advice on that. Um, Other than that, I strongly recommend you to try one of my courses, whether it's Super Lover or Pure Pleasure Mastery, where I teach more in details all of these steps: how to become an irresistible man, how to become the greatest lover, and how to keep your relationship fresh, how to stay in this relationship for years to come. So this time we did it quite short, and I hope you learned from this what you needed, and I'll see you on the next webinar. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.